Today we are going through my wardrobe because I need to change from the winter clothes to the summer clothes. So this is my wardrobe, and so is that. So we're gonna do our best with the wardrobe, and you're gonna look at me from over here. This is the fit today, my guy. And yep, enjoy. So first we will have to make sure, I don't know, where do we start? Maybe we start with the floor and sort out what needs to go get washed and what doesn't. It's a little bit like mixed, but it's not all dirty, you know. And first, I want you to say hi. This is Hugo, and this is Lillan, and they are my babies. They're my friends. So, for example, when I'm a clown, Hugo comes with me and is clowning. And this is my emotional support squid. And she's here. And Hugo and Dylan is going to hold me accountable. They are down there, making sure the camera's rolling and all. So, yeah. And if I have made any of the clothes that I pick up and look at, then I'm going to tell you because I'm proud. For these pants, for example, I made these, but I just, like, 2 weeks ago, I put these in, and you can actually see that the color is different, but also I embroidered all of them, but I embroidered them differently. So that's fun. Yeah. Okay. So we start here. Socks. And don't we all do a little smell check? I mean, yeah, okay. They're dirty. This is a skirt. It's hard to put on because it's tiny in the waist. It's like if I crack a rib, then I can have it. But it's not something that I use daily or even once a year. So it will not be in the wardrobe. This is, yeah, and I didn't make that. I made this. This is for LARPing. And then I have like a girdle thingy. It is also the crest of my clan, so to say, my family. And I made it with, yeah, how? I don't know what I did. It's like an S shape with a wire, and on one side I made it a fun pattern, on the other side I didn't have time, but I had time to make it pretty in the front, so that's what I did. And I also don't wear that. I have a t-shirt. That's a great example of something summery, even though it's black. So here we go. We have t-shirts. Good. This is shorts. I'm definitely using these shorts. There we have shorts. Here is, ooh, these are, yeah, it's kind of dusty in here. I'm not gonna lie. These are just regular sweatpants. Is that it? These are good for cold summer evenings or just cozy days. So if we have shorts there, I might have trousers or slip-ins over there. Okay, and these are type of shorts, but they are not something I wear without anything else. So these are going with the shorts, so I know where they are, because they cover approximately the same amount of body, or the same area at least. This is a dress that I have bought. I wonder if, yeah, I'll do the smell. You better look at both armpits, because sometimes they do different things. Yes, this is a dress. I wear it quite often, actually. I like it very much. Downstairs I also have a dress, but that one I need to steam before I hang it in. This is also a LARP thingy. It's like a skirt, but it's more like a butt cover. Because if you sit down in your LARP clothes, then if you sit on like a stone, or oh, look at that, it's open, like a stone or moss or whatever, and you're afraid you're gonna get your clothes dirty, it also looks kind of cute if you have something big over and then you have this, and it's fun. So you can sit on anything without any care in the world, so to say. So that goes to costumes, I suppose. Oops. I think it was supposed to be something else in the beginning, but I changed my mind. Here's another costume piece. This is a skirt that I actually did make, but it's not up to standard, because it has this closing part, which has a hard time being closed. I also didn't do a invisible zipper, so whenever I move around a little bit, it shows, and it's a light zipper, so I will have to remake that if I'm going to wear it. But it has a matching top, and it's a floor-length skirt in a velvety fabric. It's actually an IKEA curtain, I think. Yeah, I think so. And let's see if I can find the matching top. Yes, 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 yes. So this is the matching top. Maybe I can actually show you. It has inner fabric, which is made from like a regular sheet, bed sheet. And so I don't know if you can see that seam over there, but that's a great seam. And there's the seam on the other side, and it is like I believe I made it through the burrito method, I believe. And no, I'm not naked. This is actually a thing on the thing that I have over my top, because things are hanging out. And so this is actually reversible, so I can choose, do I like this side more, or do I like this side more? Am I wearing it to something specific, something special, something? And it has, in Swedish it's called öljetter. It's like these metal rings, and I put them, the nice side of them, over on this side. But it doesn't really look bad on this side, so I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that. So I actually have see, like that. It sits right into my waist, and then I use the bands. It's called band in Swedish, so I forgot what it is in the English. But I knit. I don't knit them together, but I do the thing with the thing together, and so then it looks like that with this. Yeah, so it's a cute thing. I like it very much. And so it's like a half costume. It's not that far-fetched that I would actually wear this like other days, as with my cloak. I use it sometimes because it's easier than to use a regular jacket. So sometimes I use my cloak instead of regular clothes. And I also did this thing where I used the holes. It's not holes. I don't know English today about that. But it is working well. Did you understand any of this? Yeah, okay. And here we go. This is a costume from a project a few summers ago. In Swedish it's called Råttfångaren. And it's about the greedy town where the rats run through, and there comes a person who flutes them away, basically. But in this version, the children ran off with the flute person, but then they got back again, so it's a happy ending. And then there were families, there were tiers of if they were like what status they had, and there were peasants, and then there were like my family, and we said this line like all the time, and it said härliga tider, strålande tider, ja, like that. So it was fun, and I actually used it this weekend because it was a birthday with a theme. But it's not an everyday thing, so I will put it with the costumes. And then we have a regular Goyin t-shirt, and I think I've been wearing it, but like once, I think. Yeah, that's fresh. It's like I can smell if I took a bath that day when I wore it, and I did. It was a good bath. Probably. I love taking baths. But it's like I'm gonna put it in with my other clothes because nobody's gonna know. How would they know? I mean, chronically online. Okay, and then we have this one with the long sleeves. Like that. I have 3 with the same design but with different prints. So this lighter one, let's see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is newly washed. This is with a new detergent. So I haven't worn this actually. This is just clothes that have been pushed down from the bed for when I've been tired. And so we have shorts and long pants, and we have t-shirts and long-armed t-shirts. Is that what we call them? Because it's not a shirt. I wouldn't say it is. And here we have one of my summery dresses. I made this one. I made it, and it's just like a regular, like a slip almost if you do costumes. It's very sheer. It's in a muslin fabric. It's like the double. It's like a double woven. I think. Yeah, so it feels thicker because it has like air in it, but it's yeah, it's very lightweight and nice. So, and it makes great clothes. And this is the, I don't know what it's called, but it's the end of the weft. So it doesn't fray. It just sits nicely. And here we have. I had to. It's not the greatest fixing of a hole I've ever done. I have more patience now. I'm gonna show you. But I wear it very often, so it goes to the dress pile. Here is my man's shirt. He accidentally ripped like not the seam of the shoulder, but like the shoulder blade of the shoulder. And I am working on that right now. I have help stitches on the sides just to keep the tension proper. And then I am weaving through, like I did there, but through this whole rib. So I'm a little bit away, on my way, but I found this embroidery thread that is closely color matched. So we'll see. It's like a linen cotton blend, so yeah, we don't want to throw it away. We'd rather put it back together. But that goes to the computer room because reasons. And so, yes, this is also a linen shirt. This is 100% linen. And yeah, I use it often. And also a thing with these natural materials that is very nice is that they are almost self-cleaning in a way. Like wool, for example, it's very, like you barely have to do anything, but it's just like everything goes off. And linen is also, of course I wash it sometimes, but it lives longer. And I had this when I was on the university thingy with a thing where they got exams. If you have an exam and you get examinated, yes. And it was the psychology students. They were talking, and I was supposed to have a backstory, and they were supposed to talk about specific things with me, like in a session. Okay, so this type of shirt, sometimes I wear it, I usually hang that, so I will put it over there. Sometimes I use that shirt a little bit like this, but I also like it very long because it is a couple sizes too big, but it's perfect like that. Okay, so this is, sometimes I use this for my hair, so it's not supposed to be in here at all, except for when I wake up in the morning. That is also not the correct material to do for your hair, but it's also like a face cloth. So things like that. So it's going to go out to the bathroom. Okay. And this is a costume. I love the material. It's some type of synthetic material, but it's also like the muslin fabric. It is like it's double woven, but it's not see-through, like barely see-through. If I do it like this, then of course, like with like anything, you can see a little bit through it. But it's really like breathable, and it's like it knitted. But it also it looks kind of modest if you have it like this. But I mean the booty. Did I say that? Oh my god. Okay, I did say that. That's something, but it kind of sits nice. But the cheeks, the chicas are cheeking. So I always have something, covering my legs because comfortability. I like being comfortable. So that goes to the costumes, but it's also like the material is very swimmable. I also fixed the shoulder on that one like a day or two ago. Right. And another black t-shirt. Let's see. Yes, it's newly washed. Double check. Yeah, that's a good detergent. And yes, I do use laundry detergents. It's a choice, but I like my clothes smelling good. And I know there are other ways to make it smell good, but I haven't looked into it properly. So there's a time for that as well. Oh, these are my work pants. It depends on what type of work I do, but if I'm working with children, for example, you can see there was a hole. Or was it? Was that the one with a hole? Yeah, this was a hole. But then I started doing a butterfly. It's not done, but it's a progress. And then I had like a thing on the knee, so I put a little square on the knee, like there. You see, it's also a little bit lighter, this area, because tension. And the same thing over here, I will have to put like almost like a patch or something right there. It's better to do it before the fabric is completely like matte and open and frayed, because it's easier to take care of early. And the same thing here. I have patches on the inside, but I feel like I will have to go over it with like the sewing machine or something. Here, for example, I use the inner line, no, but like the seam allowance to cover that first hole. Yeah, you can see I have a lot of patches inside. So here's one long patch, and here are two other patches, and here's the third patch. So, and this one is also reinforced with stitches. This one is not, and this one is not, so I will have to do that. But when I work with children, these are very easy to just put. I think these are mom jeans, but they're very easy to just put on, and you don't have to be worried they're getting dirty or they're getting butter on them or they're getting other food stains or things like that. So it's very easy and comfortable to just put on. So these are going to the trousers pile. I don't even need to. I haven't worked with children for a while now, like a couple of weeks, so these are okay. Hey, let's see. Ooh, another black t-shirt, but it's another style than the other two black t-shirts. You know, a theme. I like a theme. I think like most of my clothes, this one for example, I have had it since like 2017, I think, must have been around that time. And it hangs quite nicely, but it has a hole in the front, like around the belly. So don't look at it. And it has a low back, cute. But the material is very soft. I like it very much. And I also, when I tried to fix that hole the first time, I didn't have any patience back then either. Patience is a virtue, and I'm working on it. And I made this. Some people use this type of trim for lamps and stuff, but I used it on a dress. And then you can see also that I have a weird red stain, like here for example. And it's because I didn't wash the trim before using it, and then I washed it because it was nasty, because I had been sweating in it for real. So, but this is a linen. Also, actually for LARPing, but I like it very much in my private life, so I use it. And it's slightly below the knee, like my knee is here. So you can really move around in it. It's very nice. It's just the stains that I feel a little bit weird about. And you can see it's a slight tint of yellow, and that's because I colored it with fugitive colors, which means that there are colors that get washed out over time, like most colors actually, but they are not synthetic colors, they are natural colors. And this was made with curry. I was going to do it with only turmeric, but I couldn't find a turmeric at the time, so I used curry, so it had a nice curry smell as well for a while. And yeah, otherwise this is just regular LARPing clothing thing. And I hand stitched a lot of this dress. Let's see, I think, yeah, I'm so good. I'm so happy. And here I have like a really bad stain. I don't know where from. It also makes me a little bit sad. But yeah, I hand stitched like the arms and like the bodice part, like all of the trim, like the whole way around. And I also put some things apart to put them together again in a better way so it looks seamless. And so all the LARPing clothes are clothes in progress. So for example, I have this extra thread here. If I manage to put the pearls in that I wanted to have in the beginning, now I think maybe I should just rethink what I want to do with this dress, because maybe I also want to change the trim or something. But this is a dress that I do use. It looks funny, but it's nice. So I like it. It goes to the dress pile, like clothes do. And then we have this. And I've been wearing it for a while now, so I will do the smell check. Yeah, okay. It's not bad. Yeah. It's not, it doesn't smell bad, but I think I have like a, yeah. Yeah, no. Uh, it has a little bit of something on there, and I think it has the last few days like energy in it. and I need to shed some energy. So that's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. Oh, and then we have these. Oh my gosh. I experiment with clothes sometimes, like people do. And these are shorts. I don't know if you would think of that, but it is a pair of shorts. And it's in a very, very stretchy fabric. And it has a little bit of glitter. And I think I have quite a lot more of this specific type of fabric. And I would love this in a dress, I think. So it's glittery on one side. And it's quite thin. You can see the... There we go. Yeah. But when it's on the skin, it just... You can see the shapes, but you cannot see the light through. So it's glittery on one side and it's plain on the other, and it's also like this regularly is it jersey? I don't know. Parts of this is hand stitched because I wanted it to look nice from all the sides, and I will show you outside of my pants, trousers, linen pants. And you can choose what way you put it on, if you want the bow in the front or if you want the bow in the back. But I'm gonna put the bow in the front this time. So you take this part and you put it on your body like that. And depending on how you want it to look in the back, you can do like a wrap and then here we go. And just fold in basically, and then you do like a diaper thing with a thing, and you can match it up. Like you can put up or put down the way you need it on both sides like that. And yes, it's a little bit revealing if you are not careful. But I wanted it that way that time. So, and then you do like a regular knot. And I usually do my bows like with the one that is down. I pull it over. It's hard for you to see that, but I do it like that. And then I put the upper part, I put upper and through. And usually I'm trying to, smooth out all the things with the things. So really looks nice. Sometimes it's like a folded. Let's see if I can do that on this side without it looking wicked. This width. Yeah, okay. So that's the little width, and this is the full width, and then you have the two endings, and it looks like a cute pair of shorts, and they're a little bit cheeky, and yeah, but it's supposed to cover. It's like a skirt basically. You will have to be careful with skirts as well. So don't come at me. It's like a short skirt, but it has the crotch cover, so I'm happy about that. So you don't have to walk around like a penguin. And I don't usually use these. I think it's more like a date night thing. So it goes to shorts. I like it. And also, this is like the perfect time to have like something under, like the bicycle shorts with like a cute little trim on it. So that's nice. Then we have these. These are just regular pants that I think I bought on the... Yeah, they are 100% polyester. And I think I bought them like in the grocery store. I was like, yeah, I need a pair of pants. I need a pair of black pants. So yeah, they're just regular, and they're a little bit shiny. And they have ruffles and... Ruffles? No, that's not... They have like... There's a technique when you do this, but I don't remember what the technique is called. But it shapes the fabric with a thing, and then you heat it up, and so when it cools down, it understands what shape it's gonna have the next time when it's washed. It like goes back to the shape again thing. But I have to modify it a little bit because it rolls out on me like this. This is not supposed to be shown. It's supposed to be like that. So I will do something about that someday. Not today. But these I wear on a regular basis, and they're very thin. So that's summer pants. Also, if you want to make your own pants, it's like a perfect starting thing because they are straight in the front, like completely straight in the front. And so you take like the width of the leg, and then you go straight up, and this part is supposed to cover like the front portion to the middle of the crotch, and then the rest of the portion is from the middle of the crotch up to where you want it to go. So it's like super easy. You just make a swoop. It's like a straighter and then with a whoop because crotch. So just make your own pants at home. It's not that hard. And these go with the trousers. Then we have these linen pants. They will also have to be... Oh yeah, I did one side. I did this side. Fixed this side, but I didn't fix this side. So I have to fix that before I wear them next. And on the inside, I have this lining. Where am I? This lining, which is actually like you steam it on, but it lost its ability to hold on to the fabric. So this is the inside, and it's a thin material because it's a thin pant. Like my mom jeans, they had jeans patches because they were thick pants. And so this little patch over here is rolled up, so I will have to roll it out. Roll, roll it, guy, roll it, guy, roll. Roll it, girl. Yeah. So I will have to roll it out, and then I will probably put some stitches in just to keep it in place so that I can make it look okay on the outside so that I can keep having them. I also bought these in the grocery store. It's like I feel like, oh, I want to have pants. I'm going to make pants. And then time goes. And then I haven't made any pants. Or I didn't have time for it. So I had to go buy pants. But the only place I go to regularly is the grocery store. And you can see there's quite a difference between these pants and the pants that I showed you before. The actual crotch is here on them. And this is the back side. But you can still see like it's a little swoop, but it's from the in the middle and to around the butt area and up to the waist. But if you look at the front, it also has this extra detail with a fake zipper thingy. Look out with my pet. Okay, we heard that straighten out a little bit. This crotch is much shorter. I wonder. Yeah, also these have stretch elastic, but they also have the string so I can tie it. I usually tie it like this one over my hips, and then yeah, but it looks a little bit like a like you squeeze me in to something like a Wurst. No. Wurst is Deutsch. So these are actually going to the computer group. Because they are to be fixed before I use them, but they are fixed urgently. This is a skirt. I made it. It has flaws, like things do, but it's open in the side, on both sides, connected to pockets. So that's fun. It was a project. It's inspired by old-timey clothes where they have like a front panel that they put back. Usually they have strings or hooks in the back, and then they have the back piece going over to the front and actually like covering, if not the whole front, with just a slit in the middle, like at least to the sides. And these types of skirts usually have, because they have an opening on the sides, then usually back in the days you had on top of your corset you had like a rope, string, something to hold your pockets, because pockets were, you were able to change them or take them out or put in bigger or smaller, and make them cute and embroider them and so on. They looked completely different back then as well. But these are, if you can see here, this is the front piece and this is the back piece, and you go from the back and hook it into the hook and eye, with the hook to the eye, like that. And that is how you close this skirt. But then you can, of course, use the pocket, which I measured not only for my hands but also for my phone, so my phone will not stick out. That is usually like the measurements is, does the phone fit? And if it does, then I'm happy. You can see here on the inside that it isn't just hanging on, however, it is hanging on giving words, use them. I forgot them. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, maybe it's time for a break. I haven't had anything today, actually. I think, yeah. I also did like the hand stitch because I wanted it to be like a secret seam. So it always looks a little bit worse on the inside. You can always like hide it like up in the middle, in between. These are actually also bed sheets. What this is, I do not remember, but it's sturdier, and this is like a wool, no, cotton, regular cotton. Oh, but I've been babbling on for so long, and you can see, yeah, so that's my knee, so it's over knee length. I like it very much. It isn't the most flattering thing. It also has a flaw when it comes to me moving around, because it's only connected in one spot. It has a tendency to slip up and down. So if I would do this again, I would put, I can just put in the strings to connect them in the back. That's all I have to do, actually. Then it will be perfect. So, and I use it quite often. But since I want to change something with them, Yeah, since I want to change something with them, I think we will go to the computer room. But you, my guy, you will have to wait for the next video because I want to go eat something now. Thank you for watching.